Hey everyone, this is Shalom. For my community service project, I chose to do a breastfeeding class and lactation consults for Spanish-speaking Latino women in Spanish. Spanish is the language of my heart. Being Latina myself, I'm very passionate about educating, supporting, and serving the Latina community. Who was this for? For Spanish-speaking Latina women. These women who have limited resources and support because of barriers like economics, language, U.S. legality, cultural barriers. What was it that I did? A breastfeeding class in Spanish and breastfeeding support postpartum. When the class was held on April 15th, and the postpartum breastfeeding support visits started in early March up until now, where the class was held in a room in the same office building that my preceptor runs from to do our prenatal visits and all the things. Why? Because of the lack of support for these women, because of the lack of Spanish-speaking lactation consultants, and because of the economic struggles. How? To educate through class and offer free breastfeeding counseling sessions. That's how. My purpose was to educate these women about all the benefits, not only for the baby but for themselves, that come along with breastfeeding. Latina women in the United States are more likely to breastfeed and have higher rates of breastfeeding than other groups of women in the United States, but they are also more likely to introduce formula or give solid foods to their babies before 4 months. A lot of research is contributing that to the very high rate of obesity in children, in Hispanic children. So just lots of things like that. I think with education and with understanding, we can make better choices for ourselves and for our babies. To break through myths, Latino women are notoriously known for having crazy myths on breastfeeding. I grew up with a lot of crazy ones myself. Things like scrubbing your nipples with green sponges to prepare your nipples, or avoiding pumping and dumping. If you're upset, you need to make sure you don't breastfeed your baby when you're upset because your milk turns into poison and things like that. Also, to create community. Me and my preceptor said that if even one pair of these women became friends with each other and can be a support to each other and just can be somebody that each other can talk to, that's going through something similar, that's come from the same place, that speaks the same language, then it was all worth it. How was it carried out? We made flyers, we made paper flyers, we made electronic flyers, posted them at grocery stores, different group chats, social media, and my preceptor's website. We ended up getting the space donated to us by our lovely landlord. We collected teaching tools and organized snacks and drinks. We teamed up, preceptor and I teamed up to create the class. We had to translate a lot of information that we had, a lot of charts that we had, and into Spanish. We responded to phone calls and messages from moms who had questions regarding the class, we made it very clear in the invitations that the class was for free. A lot of moms had different questions and worries and concerns and all the things about it. So we did a lot of answering phone calls, a lot of answering messages, and a lot of answering emails. We had 4 moms sign up for lactation support sessions after they had their baby. They were all expecting at the time. They were all near term. So we signed them up. We organized a carpool for the women with no means of transportation. Many women have recently arrived from Mexico. They don't have a driver's license. They don't have a car. Oh, they have one car and their husband takes it to work. Different things like that. So we organized a carpool so that nobody would miss out, and we tried to eliminate as much barriers as we possibly could. Class was attended by 6 moms. Many signed up but did not attend. We're still waiting for some feedback on that because our hopes is to continue making more and more classes. All 4 of our moms who signed up for the breastfeeding support received 3 to 4 sessions and 24-hour access to support through phone. Here's some pictures of our class. Bottom right, you can see a picture of the class itself and my preceptor talking about different positioning, These are some of the tools that we use. In that top right corner, that's one of our moms, our Latina moms who we offered free lactation consults to. This is another one of our moms who, at one of our lactation consult visits, these are some of the teaching tools that we use. This is again my preceptor talking about different positioning at the class. Problems and barriers that we encountered: lack of interest from the Hispanic population. 40% of the women we contacted to invite were just simply not interested. Some of the women that either we contacted or some of our clients contacted or friends contacted signed up simply to be nice, but weren't actually interested and didn't show up. So that was a barrier we actually weren't expecting. Women with no mode of transportation, so we had to do the carpool, but there was a lot of women, like I said, who for various different reasons actually couldn't make it to the class. And then also another barrier we encountered is I had a very tragic family emergency, which led to postponing the class for a later date. That is me, the morning of the class, off to pick up a bunch of moms to come to the class. How it benefited: 4 mothers that signed up for lactation consults are successfully and exclusively breastfeeding, so this will impact both them and their babies for the rest of their lives in a positive way. Women were able to share their experience at the class and create friendships with other attendants. Community was created, support shared, and friendships started. Also now we have future classes are in the making, hopes and plans to continue this journey of teaching and supporting one another. I would like to acknowledge my preceptor, Katie Jones, who walked right next to me throughout this entire process and really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. She was great help. I want to thank Jim, our landlord, who offered a lot of help too, including the room, the place, microphones, and just electronic stuff. And I want to give a big thanks to all the women who attended the class and helped spread the word. And then this is my reference page. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing your guys' projects. Thanks.